Hey, it's the Bourbon Shop with Keith, and today I have Wyoming whiskey from Wyoming. But is it any good? Let's find out. Let's get into it. Okay, so Wyoming Small Batch Bourbon from the Wyoming distilleries. Let's just talk about who they are for a hot second before we get into the nose and the tasting. So they were founded in 2006, and they are a independent owned craft distillery, family owned. The name of the owners are Brad and Kate Mead, MEAD. They are fourth generation cattle ranchers in Wyoming. So they probably had a little paper to put behind this product to start things off. And a lot of determination. And next thing you know, you got yourself a nice distillery. But hopefully, this bourbon is pretty good. Now, they were established in the Bighorn Basin area. And they said that they use all local strands of grain right from that area from day one. So they never outsourced anywhere outside of Wyoming. And that's wonderful. Got to respect that. Here's what they say on their website about their grain. It says, our partners, Brent and Sherry Ragueth from Bryan, Wyoming, have worked with Wyoming whiskeys from the start to select strains of non-GMO corn, winter wheat, barley, and winter rye for Pacific starch and sugar yields. The building blocks of whiskey making. Brent cultivates a corn strain that matures in 91 days, which is ideal for Wyoming high elevated short growing season. Winter rye is a must in this environment, and our winter wheat variety is amply named Yellowstone. So they're proud to say that everything from earth to bottle is all done and made from Wyoming, which is a beautiful thing. I can really respect that. Know that this is a craft distillery, so from day one, they never went the the MGP route. They stayed local and distilled and matured their own whiskey. So applause to them on that. I appreciate that. Let's see, what else can we have? I have some more notes here. Um, Something else that's different, let me bring this up too, that they do a little different from other distilleries that's craft, is that they age their bourbon in 53-gallon barrels. And that's different for craft distillery because they normally use smaller barrels to kind of mature that or speed up the aging process. But the point that they use a 53-gallon barrel, they're pretty committed to their product. Let's see what else. Well, I'll just read their statement here on their website. 5 years in the rick house. During the time, we age our bourbon for a minimum of 5 years in one of our 6 rick houses. There are some newfangled ways of speeding up the maturation process that are being tested by both craft and bohemian distilleries. Consider us old school, but we just don't do that. Believing that nothing can replace the magic that comes from the simple combination of time, temperature, and charred oak barrels, and that the Wyoming environment is one of the things that make our bourbon singular. You can cheat color and some taste, but for the super smooth finish, only time will do that. Well said, well said. Now they also have something else that really was beneficial for them. David DeFazio, which is a Hall of Fame master distiller, formerly with Maker's Mark, is with them. So they have a good man there to help them with their product from day one. So they're off to a good start. Uh, Still kind of young. Been only what 2006, so uh, we'll see. They have a lot more products that I can't get my hands on. Right now, this is a 5-year wheated bourbon. It's 68% corn, 20% wheat, and 12% malty barley. So we got a nice wheated bourbon, which I'm fancy to wheated bourbons because of that rich, buttery mouthfeel. So hopefully I can find that taste in Wyoming Small Batch Whiskey. So I tell you what, let's give it a shout and see if we will enjoy this. All right, right off the bat, this color is kind of light, even for a 5-year. But it's probably due to that Wyoming climate. You know, it's not Kentucky with the really hots and the colds and the temperature being so all over the place. So that may have something to do with it. But let's see what the nose tell us. This is like candy. Now and later, from my childhood, the pink ones or red. Cherries, lots of cherries. Some kind of like a bread, like a loaf of bread. Like you walk into a bakery, you just smell the baking bread, and it's floral. Sort of reminds me of that floral smell that you get from sometimes from Four Roses. But the nose is not bad. I might be getting a little hint of chocolate, but all the notes are there. They come across light though, but you can pick them out. All right, let's go to the palate. Pretty decent mouth coating for a 5-year. Um, this light color was throwing me off, but it's a pretty good mouthfeel, kind of buttery. Get some brown sugar, some raisins, just like the from the nose, come across on the palate. Get some kind of like a burnt wood taste in the back, and caramel. And I just now looking at the legs. The legs are okay. They're not clinging as rich as some others, but I won't knock it. The taste is not bad. Let's go on to the finish. The finish is decent. You get that some sweetness. You get that charred or burnt wood. And you get a little spice, although this is not a rye. I just think it's that the youth of it. In 5 years, it's not youth. I wonder if it's just the climate that it's aging in. Overall, it's not a bad bourbon. I mean, it has a nice mouthfeel. You can pick out the flavors pretty good. They come across light, um, but they all stand out. Now it's not complex. I don't think if I drink more of this, I'm not going to get. I don't think I'm going to get more flavors. You know, some bourbons you can drink, and now I get this, now I get that. Maybe once it goes down a little bit past the neck, halfway, it may open up a little bit more, and then we may get more flavors. But it's decent. Um, Nothing special. Nothing. I will have to run out and get. I wouldn't. Would I recommend it? I would not recommend it. I don't. I think if you get that, I can't remember what I paid for this. I'll put the cost somewhere up there, but I don't think it was crazy expensive. So I think if it's like $40 or something like that, 30, 40, you wouldn't, be crazy disappointed. But if it's something that you want to try, just to have something in the bar, go for it. But I wouldn't recommend it, and I'm not recommending it. So it's kind of, it's okay. It's okay. And I hate when I can't make a definite answer, because there's something there. I like that raisin taste that I'm getting out of it. But I think when it's opened up a little bit more, I think I will enjoy it more. So I may revisit this, do a short video once it get down halfway, and talk about it again. But that's it for me. That's Wyoming Small Batch Whiskey Bourbon from Wyoming Distilleries. I know they have other products out there that I can't get my hands on. They have a 10-year that I would love to try. Hopefully that comes around to Michigan soon, and I can give that a try. So if you had the 10-year, let me know if you liked it. If you had this one, the 5-year, what was your thoughts about it? Did you enjoy it? Something you'll buy again? I appreciate knowing. And since you're with me, please give me that thumbs up. It's on me. Don't worry about the cost. Just go ahead and put the thumbs up. I'll take care of the payments. And subscribe. I'll take care of that too. It's on me. It's on me. All right. So I want to talk to you some more about this wonderful world of bourbon. So I want to thank you for joining me, spending time with me. And as always, the best way to enjoy your bourbon is to drink it the way you like it. And the best way to drink your bourbon is in a responsible way. All right. So I will see you next time. Thank you for joining me. See you next time on the Bourbon Shop.